want to show you guys something.
September 1st is your chance. It's on a Monday. It's a Labor Day weekend. The weather's going to change. Everything's going to be so much better this Monday. You just need to spend Saturday and Sunday getting the reset in order. Physically declutter your life. Donate clothes you don't wear anymore. Get a haircut, get a massage, whatever it is that makes you feel physically refreshed. And then on Monday, we're going to have amnesia. We're going to completely forget every single negative thought we've been feeding ourselves our entire life. All of these limiting beliefs, all of this negative self-talk is going to come to an end when you wake up Monday morning on September 1st. While everyone else does those things on December 30th and 31st, you will be 4 full months ahead with an entirely new identity ingrained in your mind, ready to officially change your life, because now you will remember 2025 as the year that you got your shit together, and 2026 onwards is an entirely new chapter. Everything you talk about in your life is going to be split between before September 1st, 2025 and after September 1st, 2025. So if you're serious about this, I want you to commit this weekend to resetting, like I said, physically decluttering, wash your car, get a haircut, get a massage, and then go into September 1st, go into the new week with an entirely new perception of what's possible for yourself. It is time to become that person. I will see you over the weekend, and I will see you on Monday morning with amnesia, because the only thing we're focusing on is becoming the future version of ourselves. September 1st is your chance. It's on a...
Today is September 1st, and I'm about to send this to my apartment manager. Shit. Sent. I made a video before about how, despite Koreatown being one of my favorite places in the world, I was already planning on leaving LA. Even though I loved living here, I knew in the back of my head that my time was running out, and now I have 30 days. My apartment manager texted me back. She's super nice. Her name is Gabby. She takes care of the building, and every time something happens, or even when I get some mail that I can't attend to, she'll hold on to it. So I really appreciate staying here, and it was a really good deal.
I know I haven't really been uploading to this channel in a while. Some of you might remember last year I was laid off my lucrative position as a cinematographer and studio lead. Eventually that company went down, but I was very close to leaving LA until last minute I got a new position as a broadcast tech, which allowed me to stay here in LA a little bit longer until a couple months ago where I was laid off again. Since then, I've been looking for a new job without much luck, but even still, I can't shake the feeling of just being on the brink of surviving. I've lived here for 10 plus years now, and I have to say that I've never once felt that I was actually progressing towards a sustainable future. And that's not to discredit the achievements and growth I've felt like I was able to experience and do a lot here in a town that I very much enjoy and care for. But I wonder if I can make better use of my time somewhere else. Just so I have my own memory of this place, let's go out on a room tour and I'll show you guys how I lived for the past like 10 years or so. This is my wall of sneakers. Yes, it's a lot of sneakers. I wonder how much rent this is all worth. One thing that I'm really proud of is this closet. When I first moved in, this closet only had a plank and a wooden pole that would not support the weight of all of these clothes. So I took it out and I bought this kind of wire shelf system. It did collapse twice, so I did have to reinforce it a couple times, but now look at this, it's like perfect. This dresser served me pretty well, and it was the way that I could do my fit check. Here's my bed. It's usually not made, and in the hallway is where I keep all my electric skateboards. This is the bathroom. I mean, you don't really need to see it that much. Here is my living room, which I spend most of my time in. It used to be more normal with a couch and a dining table, but when COVID happened, people didn't come over, so I turned it into like a work studio. This is where my dining room table used to be, but I took it out and turned it into kind of this storage space area / workbench, and I used to have a DJ set up right here. Here's my very long desk where I spend most of my time.
This is my table where I stream mostly. It even has a little teleprompter with a camera inside. This is where I keep all my camera gear, and there's even some more here over in this corner. Here is my small but functional kitchen. The light actually doesn't work, so I use this guy. I went drinking with some friends out in a bar in K-Town, and I stole this from the restaurant that we were at. Sorry, restaurant. One thing worth mentioning in here is this guy, which is actually my senior project, which is a touchscreen tabletop. And how it worked is that there's a projector inside that shot a screen up at this surface, and when there's a sensor that detected when you pressed up against it, and somehow we got it to work, and it allowed me to graduate college. And now I just keep it and put storage for a bunch of junk in there. Sadly, I probably won't be able to keep this, but I'm really proud of it. My plan is to move as much as I can back up to my parents' place in San Francisco. All of my clothes and my shoes need to be put into bags and boxes and then loaded into my car. If anything I can't fit, I guess I'll have to put maybe into storage temporarily. Or if there's anything else left over, I'll either have to sell them or throw them away. As much as I love living here in Koreatown, I do feel like it's getting worse every year. The economy is in the tank. The job market feels like there are more unemployed people than there are positions to work at. The entertainment industry is probably in the worst state that it's been since moving here. And the cost of living here just keeps going up. They're building so many new apartments here in Koreatown, but the rent is insane. You spend hundreds of dollars on gas with nowhere to park, and buying a simple latte costs $10 after tip. And to top it off, I just got like a $300 parking ticket for staying in a spot 6 minutes longer than I should have. Yeah, it's my fault, but $300 seems pretty excessive. I personally don't have a big issue with the homelessness situation here in Koreatown. Yes, it is a big problem. You could see trash and people sleeping on the streets everywhere in town. But from what I could tell, they kind of just keep to themselves, and I personally never had a very terrible experience with them, so it's not a big deal to me. I do believe that it makes sense to pay more to live in a cool place like Koreatown, but my main issue is the amount of money that I'm paying to this city for them to not really do anything to keep the streets safe and clean. And that's what I mean by LA getting worse despite it being one of my favorite places to live in. I got this nice brunch combo. It's kind of my last meal here in Koreatown. Soft tofu, which is a Koreatown special, bibimbap, and one of my favorite matchas. I'll definitely really miss living here in LA, especially Koreatown. I feel like Koreatown is a really interesting place that a lot of people from different communities kind of came together to make it work for them. I've joined a few communities, such as like the Koreatown Run Club. I'll really miss the weather. The weather's so awesome here. I'll miss not having to drive and just use my electric skateboard and not have to find parking. Also miss the food options. There's so many that you can get here. Korean food, Bangladesh food, Mexican food, at any time of the day too. I'll miss the nightlife. There's a lot of pubs and karaoke, and there's some clubs, even though the clubs are kind of getting worse here in Koreatown. It's the people here and the friends that I've made in Koreatown the most, I think. I think I'll definitely have to come back pretty often. I keep this in the back of my closet. This is every time I go to an event that has a badge or a pass, I'll keep it as like a memory, I guess. So these are all of the badges for events that I've attended in the past, I don't know, 10 years or so. Damn. It's already October 8th, and today is the very last day that I have here in this apartment. As you can tell, everything's been moved out. It's empty and there's a big reverb. I know it's been more than a month since the beginning of this video. The whole process is taking much longer than I expected because I'm doing this all by myself, and big thanks to my apartment manager for giving me an extra week to figure out this whole thing. I'm crazy tired. I've been living in LA 10 years now. 8 of those years have been in this apartment alone, and it's a bittersweet feeling because this was really the first place that I was able to make my own. From my desk to the kitchen to the bedroom was all stuff that I had the decision on, and I basically moved in everything by myself. Even though I knew I was gonna leave here eventually, I do have to say I really like this place. I have a lot of memories that I've made and a lot of friends here that I'll really miss. To those people and to you who have stuck with me throughout this journey, throughout the years, I want to say thank you for all your support, for watching my videos, for everyone that I met, for whoever was nice to me, who supported me along this entire way. I'll always have the memory, and I love this town, and I hope to come back on better terms. So kind of sad that this marks the end of my LA chapter, but I'm pretty excited for whatever is going to happen next. I know I haven't been uploading many videos to this channel, but I want to continue to make videos as long as you guys will continue to enjoy them as much as I enjoyed living in this town. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.